Hello everybody, Owenazuris here, and we are taking a look at another roguelike game this week. This time we are looking at a game I just got the other day, or just started playing the other day, Caves of Qud. Or I'll probably say Quid a bunch, because I put an I in things. That's what I do. I've had this game actually for a while, but I did just start playing the other day, and I think I started at the right time, because I saw there was a big update. The developers are updating this pretty much weekly, but they went for a week without an update, and they released 2 new features where you get a journal, which I've been using a lot of as I play this game, and a water ritual. This is a future, kind of a dystopian, apocalyptic type future, where water is a scarce resource, and when you perform a water ritual, you give somebody water and gain faction with them, usually decreasing faction with some people that don't like them. And there are factions in this game galore. You have lots of different factions. Pretty much every creature you encounter, whether it's a biped walking around doing stuff that you interact with and can talk to vines, to dogs and cats. Every creature has some sort of faction you can join or increase your faction with these characters, with these groups, make it so they don't attack you. Get all sorts of crazy abilities. And this game is very in-depth. I almost didn't want to do it right after I looked at Tome 4, or Tales of Magial, because that's another real in-depth game, and this game has some overlay and parallels with it, but it is its own entity. It is currently in beta, as you see right up here at the top right of your screen, so we might encounter some bugs. There are still some... The interface isn't the best in the world, but they are working on that, and because of that, you might see me frequently going and looking at key bindings. So we're going to hit a new game. Character customization is pretty in-depth, so because of that, you can go and replay your most recent character, or you can actually create a build and put it in your library, so if you want to play that type of character again, you just have to choose character build from your library, rather than having to go and create a whole new character every time you play. This game has weekly challenges, so now that I have started looking at this, I'll probably be doing weekly challenges on this, in addition to ADOM. Also has daily challenges. I don't know if I'll be doing those as much, but hey, you never know. So let's create a new character. So your starting 2 options, you can either be a mutated human. When you do that, your starting attributes, like your strength, intelligence, that kind of stuff, isn't as high, but at the same time you get a lot of cool mutations. Then your other choice is a true kin. These are kind of like purebred people. They have high starting attributes, 20 bonus skill points at each level. Bonus resistances based on their arcology of origin, so each of them starts in a different arcology, of which there are 3. And from that you can select your class, and you get different resistances. If you start in the ice arcology, your character has ice resistance, for example. May rebuke robots, and they get plus 600 reputation of the Pittus Templar. I haven't gotten that far yet, but for this look, let's start with a mutated human. And real quick, we're going to increase stats a little here. Give me some strength. Give me some agility, toughness. Do I need intelligence? Let's increase my ego. Very self-centered type of mutant. Do a little bit of willpower and a little bit of intelligence. Okay, I'm just going through real quick, assigning some stuff, trying to make it so hopefully I'll last a while. The beginning of this game is a little brutal. I have died numerous times. Now we can see all the different mutations you can get here. You start with 12 points if you look down here at the bottom right. So you can use those to buy mutations. You can also take negative mutations, which will go and give you points. So if I wanted to be albino, it says -2, so now I have 14 points remaining. I've played around with some of these. Some of these are worse than others, like this -3 for Evil Twin. I chose it once and the guy came and killed me on the first map I went to. Technically the second. I went down and loaded a new screen, and here it was my evil twin. He promptly killed me. I guess it would have some use if you can defeat him. I'm sure he drops all those items that he has. So let's start with physical good things. So So physical mutations, I want to have flaming hands. So you emit jets of flame from your hands, emits a 9-square ray of flame in the direction of your choice. Now, negative here is I can't wear gloves. Let's take that. Now, I can't have freezing hands either, because you can't have freezing and flaming hands. Kind of make steaming hands, I guess. And let's make some... Well, actually, let's do, since I am flaming hands, let's do some pyrokinesis. I had that last game, and it was working pretty well. I set a bunch of monkeys and baboons on fire. Don't know if I was supposed to do that, but that's what I ended up doing. And mental mirror reflects attacks. My attacker. Okay, so we got pyrokinesis, a range type spell. We got some fire hands. We got a mental mirror to stop other people from doing this stuff to me. Then I can select my calling. And what shall we pick here? Let's be a Arcanaut. They start with skills: Gadget Inspector, Scavenger Spry, Dodge, Short Blade Expertise. Starts with random junk and artifacts. That sounds pretty cool. I like random stuff. So let's be a Mutant Arcanaut. And I don't really need to tweet this character build, so let's just go ahead, press space to enter the game. I'm going to be Owenazuris. So King K4, K5 says rule of a tungsten carbide fist. So get some brief exposition here. You always get dropped in a hamlet of Joppa. So let's go ahead into space. Graphics, still a little primitive. I hope they do improve them a little, but they work for the game. It is a very complex and involved game, so it would be a lot harder to do this if you had to, had super realistic graphics. Let's go ahead and start stealing some stuff, because that's what I do. Take these furs, get some bandages, a corroded circuit board, and a water skin. We'll go to this guard right here. He is Warden Ulrig. So as you see, right now they have added the ability here to have a water ritual. I believe that's new, because it says in the patch notes that they added water ritual, and this is water ritual. So when I do this, I share my water with him, and so he now likes me more. So do the villagers of Joppa. They go up by 100. The Seekers of the Sightless Way, apparently they didn't like this guy, so now they have minus 50 for their reputation. And Fungi. This guy was not popular amongst the fungi. He was not a fun guy with the fungi, so he lost 50 points, or I lost 50 points with him. I don't know what he did to the mushrooms to make him mad, but he must have done something. And mushrooms do not forget things. Especially if I ever played Star Control 2 and saw the Lycon. Quite weird. So let's ask about work. They're having some problem with cave vermin. This is usually a quest that kills me. Ask him what he can tell us about the place. So now, usually if I give to this guy and this guy, have a water ritual with them, I gain enough faction here that I can actually get a secret. So he shares an event from the life of the Sultan to you. And we learned about the Sultans here. So now I'm down to 10, but sometimes I have, well, let's go ahead and do some work. So this is a quest that usually kills me, traveling to Red Rock, and killing the critters. So let's hit the quest button, it's Q. So what do they want me to do? They want me to go to Red Rock, which is straight north of town, find the critters that are eating Joppa's water vine, and they are pretty deep in a cave. It's not the first critters you come across. Get one of their corpses. So I don't just have to kill these creatures, I actually got to bring a corpse back to prove I killed them. As it says right there, return of a critter corpse. I like the use of the word critter there. Now sometimes I have found I can do a loop where... Let's see, now I can't do it. Now I didn't get good enough information. Sometimes that guy I just talked to will tell me a secret, and I can come back up here and tell this guy the same secret and earn faction with him and then get another secret out of him. But it didn't happen in this case. Here's a journal they said they added in patch notes. You get tips on locations. Yesterday when I was playing, I found the lair of an legendary glowfish. And then I got there and all hell had really broken loose. The glowfish was fighting some vines and they were fighting these other guys, and they were just... I didn't have to kill the glowfish. He was already dead by the time I got to him, so I hope I wasn't supposed to talk to him. So we get some gossip and lore. Then we have the history of Mithrim. Learn from the villagers in Joppa. Chronology. It kind of recounts your whole tale here. So here's when I arrived in Joppa. Had a water ritual with some guys, and then general notes. If you have any good notes you want to make, you just put them right there. Let's steal some more stuff. And I have random stuff, so let's see what all I have with me. Some cans of mystery meat, a stun grenade, bronze dagger, burnt capacitor, microject. Here's my water. That's currency in this game from what I can tell so far. So I've only been playing this game a couple of days. I wasn't impressed with it the first time I played it, which was probably about 6 months ago when I bought it. But on a lark, I tried to play it again. I saw they'd made some updates, and I always hear people saying great things about this online. Has an excellent Steam rating. They have workshop support. So I figured I'd give it another try. All these people like a game. For the most part, there's usually something to that. And right now I'm having a lot of fun with it. Okay, I'm selecting direction. I want to talk to this guy. Okay. Did I crash? Sometimes the game takes a moment. Okay, so I don't know what happened there. Want to trade? So I will trade all this stuff. Can't have it all. What is that? Don't know. Now, you will oftentimes find weird artifacts or see them in the game. What these are, or items you haven't identified yet, you can start trying to identify them. And I have found that if you are successful, you start learning more and more information about it. Like the first time you identify it, it might tell you it's a sword, but nothing else. And then you keep identifying and it would tell you other stuff. I've encountered once where I think it messed up the artifact. So there's, I guess, a failure rate, and if you fail too much or have a critical failure, you lose the artifact or can no longer identify it. So the weaponry, from what I can tell, that first number, the arrow to the 5, is the armor class that it can penetrate easily, and then the 1d3 is how much damage it does. So this bronze mace versus this bronze dagger, you know, the price is different because this can penetrate a lot higher armor class. Alright. Actually, I might want this mace. Usually I have better stuff here. So the inventory here is slightly random. Have to pony up 14. Okay, trade complete. Let's see what I have equipped here. So I have this iron dagger. Remove. So this bronze mace penetrates better, but I'm going to use it. It's a bronze thing, looks good. Hands, I got my ghostly flames. That yet. Alright, so let's talk to him again. This time I'm going to trade back and hopefully get some more water. Haven't died of thirst yet, but I have definitely died of hunger. So here, you can have this iron dagger. I don't want to give you all these. Cracked lenses, I couldn't use them the other day when I tried. So you get me 8 drams of water, sounds good. And if you hit the minus button and you're in a friendly area, you actually go to the map. Pretty big world. If when I talked to those people and they told me secrets when I was doing the water ritual, had they told me anything that was listed on the map, it would actually be listed here. You'd see a little icon in that particular area. So the area they want me to go to is this area right here. So let's go to it and see what happens. Finished the first step of my quest, What's Eating the Water Vine? So I received 50 experience points. And here are all these baboons. These guys, wow, that is a lot of baboons. And they liked attacking me last time. Are they cool today? Let's hit Alt. No, they're not. So I kill that baboon. Or I think when they're red, that means they don't like me. Yeah, he better run from me. Okay, this guy's throwing stuff at me, which is a good way to get yourself killed. And I use my flaming hands on him. And that's a good way to kill a baboon. So as you can see, the combat has a lot of options. That was just one set of mutations that I picked. There are lots more. I ate a can of mystery meat. I guess it's still a mystery as to what it is. I didn't finish exploring the town. I heard that first town, there's actually a secret passage here. As you know, I play most of these games without any type of... I really try to avoid any type of spoilers. That's why sometimes I don't get very far in these games. Especially games like NetHack, where you kind of have to have some spoilers. And that takes care of that baboon. This is a powerful ability. I'm liking my flaming hand. There's something happening off to the left-hand side. I can't see what that is. Well, so these guys are fighting. Looks like this deer, which is kind of on my side here, is attacking. And here comes this baboon. I guess he wants some more. Hey, deer. We're friends. Can I do anything? Toast. I don't think that's raise a toast to a deer. I think that's literally toast. So here, deer, be my buddy. We're going to go kill this baboon. Or stay right there. You can do that too. He's going to stay right there. And I have the mini-map on, so sometimes you get lost in that. This side, all the text and stuff seems to automatically adjust. It'd be nice if the mini-map automatically adjusts. And if the people who program the game don't want to do it, then that's something that people on Steam could do. Because this game has Steam Workshop support. There are lots of mods for it. Some seem to add new abilities. I even saw a Star Wars mod when I was loading up the game. Let's go downstairs. I immediately get stuck somewhere. Terry Red Rock. I'm in a pool, 200 drams of asphalt. So I probably first off want to use one of my torches. And let's equip it. I can't equip items when stuck. Okay. Let's go back up. So now let's equip a torch. And then we'll go down. So let's see what we got going on here. So I am... So inconsistency. So some stuff was happening there. I'm not sure if that's a debug menu. I got out of all that asphalt. Salty water, you don't want to drink that. It just dehydrates you. Both in real life and in this game. A lot of asphalt around here. Wonder if anyone wants that. Oh, who is this guy? Snapjaw Hunter. These guys have killed me before. But that's when I didn't have my flaming hands. Here, guy, you like fire? So he takes 2 damage from my flames, and he's on fire. Gain 25 XP there. Oh, he had a lot of stuff. So he had a no warm skull. Let's look at it. Alright, hey. Let's get it. Okay, some of this stuff, we'll get it. Maybe I can trade it later on. Short bow. I already have a short bow. my head, increase my ego there, put on a skull, a gnoll-worn skull. I guess a gnoll was eating it or something? I don't know. And we got another Snapjaw Scavenger. They died. And if you want to see all the different factions in this game, look at that. That is a lot of factions. Guys, I mean, you have dogs here, you have cats, cannibals, the Burgundy Sorrow of Had Order. So you got everything from insects to these elite cults, some people, and Snapjaws right here. They dislike you, but also ones won't necessarily attack me. They don't want me in their holy places. Story of my life. They are interested in sharing secrets about the location of Stompslin and the locations of their forts. They're interested in learning the locations of pig farms. So if I found pig farms, apple farms, or gossip that... Oh, whoops. Okay, how do I go down? Okay, there we go. And gossip is about them. So a lot of factions I found like gossip about them. Kind of egotistical. Okay, oh, it's this Jilted Lover. It's this little vine right here that I'm next to, and those things... nasty. They have killed me before. You would think a vine would not be that deadly. Okay, and I'm fleeing from a dread root. So yeah, I don't want... I'm trying to take this stuff. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to talk to the dread root. I'm stuck. You know what? I'm just going to go down. And I'm right next to that Jilted Lover. Going to heal up here for a moment. I'm currently quenched, sated in my hunger. And what is this? Giant dragonfly. Live and drink. Common refrain in this particular society. Got a bat. He seems to be friendly towards me, so we'll leave him alone. Got something here. Auto got a bandage. Okay, I'm grabbed by the vines here. It's probably not the... And that's going to kill me, isn't it? Yes, I was killed once again by a Jilted Lover. So that will conclude our look today at Caves of Qud. Caves of Qud. We looked at a mutant this time. I think Saturday when I play, I am going to look at one of the Highkin. I believe that's her name. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you would, please subscribe to my channel. We have new updates to Dine and Roguelikes every Wednesday and Saturday. Usually now on Sundays, I try to post some, like, my weekly challenges. Fridays, I have my Dungeon Man's update. Game is a lot of fun so far, very in-depth, still a little rough around the edges, but I've been enjoying my time with it, and it seems like as time progresses, every week or two, they are releasing updates, sometimes small, sometimes very major, and it looks like they are really dedicated to this game. I've covered some games on this channel so far that you haven't seen an update in maybe 2 or 3 years. You started having to worry, are these developers still developing this game? This game's in beta, and it does not seem to be like it's vaporware. It's actively being developed, a friendly community of people online. If you are watching this and have any tips for me, feel free to share them. Don't spoil too much of the game, because like I said, I love discovering stuff, but just some general stuff that would have helped you when you started the game. It's always appreciated. And with that, I will leave you with this screen here, killed by a Jilted Lover. Let's hit space and see. And I didn't even score points. I'm down to -503. My record's like 2,000 something, which isn't that great, but I thought I'd actually... I don't know how the scoring works in this game right now. If I die to something silly, it seems to not be good for me. It seems to give me a negative score. So I survived for 502 turns. Most advanced artifact in my possession was a salve injector. I didn't even use it. My chronology, I had some water rituals, and then got killed by a Jilted Lover. It's a vine. It sounds a lot worse if you're just looking and talking to people online, and they say they got killed by jilted lovers. It sounds like some really cool Romeo and Juliet type situation occurred in the game, and then you find out it was a vine, and then the vine kills you. And then you do a recording for a YouTube channel and find the vine kills you again for this recording. Anyways, I'm blathering on here, so I will bid you good day. Remember, give me a thumbs up for the video if you like it, and tune in Saturday and we'll look at a Haiken.